Hilario Andrew Revilla III from Legazpi City. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Open Women's Singles Final.
And we have the second slated match of the day. We go women's singles rather. Christel Ray Fuentespina will go up against Micaela de Guzman. We'll take closer pictures of them in just a short while. But should be quite a wee battle royale here as one player is going for her third straight.
That's right. That will be Micaela de Guzman, the acknowledged queen of the UAP. Also a Southeast Asian Games bronze medalist in the most recent execution of the biennial event. An MVP, a multiple UAP champion. Yesterday surviving the former Rookie of the Year Patricia De Leon in the semifinal matchup. Looking for her third straight championship here at the Philippine National Badminton Open.
Miss Mary Jane June De Lima, is our woman in the chair. And she will take care of all the decision making that has to be done here today. So let's talk more about our protagonists. So Micaela de Guzman coming from the program of Coach Kenny Asuncion in Ateneo,
right.
Where she has won multiple titles there, where Carla Lizardo used to play, by the way.
That's right.
So tell us a little about Christel.
A high school player from Marikina High School, double gold medalist in the most recent edition of the Palarong Pambansa, played in Ilocos, very young, able to get past the challenge of the top seeded player Isabel Amora, who was the losing finalist, by the way, last year, losing to Mika de Guzman. Fuentespina winning 19-21, 21-18, 21-14 to set the date with probably the biggest name right now in women's badminton. The bronze medalist, a part of that bronze medal team, the Southeast Asian Games in 2023, Micaela de Guzman.
Not that easy to win a gold or any kind of medal in the talent-laden Southeast Asian region where Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia,
Singapore,
and the others are all eager because they play the sport so feverishly, so passionately. Do you know that in Indonesia, that there is a town there and their main source of livelihood is making the shuttlecock?
Wow.
And that's their main source of income. In the meantime, we're just about ready. In the front of your screens, in your foreground, will be Fuentespina, while de Guzman will be across your screen. And we are underway with Fuentespina unleashing the first serve.
Attacking the backhand side right away. De Guzman registers the first point of this match.
Yan ang hindi ko magawa. Yung uhulihin yung shuttlecock from the floor with the racket. Hindi ko magawa talaga.
Pwede naman yukuin, sir.
Oo naman. Noon kaya ko pa yukuin. Ngayon, wala na. And we are tied.
Nicely done. For Fuentespina.
The important thing for Fuentespina is not to be intimidated by the reputation that's right in front of her.
Quite a tall young player.
Which is important in badminton. For those stretching, let's say China and some of the European countries have been good at this because of their advantage in size. In the meantime, it's 2-1 with Fuentespina with the advantage. Sorry, it's de Guzman with the advantage.
It was only dropped one game heading into the finals against Bianca Carlos Dalisay. Well set up by Fuentespina. First the push, and then attacking the front court.
We are tied at 2 here in the first. Fuentespina is trying to play short here against the Guzman.
Right.
But she missed.
Once again, trying to move De Guzman from the rear court to the front court. Error happened. Behind by 1 at this stage.
But you can tell from the walk of the Guzman, she is the entitled and definitely deservedly so. She's the defending champion. Both players are trying to play short here early on.
Trying to outsmart one another. 2-point lead. Cushion here for Mika de Guzman.
It's really a testing out in the first set. How far do you reach? How far can you hustle on your side of the floor? That's what you want to do as you try to serve to the other side. And she hits that out, but Fuentespina running into a spate of errors here.
3 straight points here generated by Mika de Guzman. Fuentespina defeated Isabel Amora yesterday. The #1 seed, beaten by this young Turk from Marikina High School.
De Guzman misses.
No long rally so far here in game 1.
You know, when Mika plays very short, she sends Fuentespina into a lot of trouble.
Back to a 3-point lead. Well set up shot. Push to the rear court and then short shot to force that error. Up 3.
And another mistake by Fuentespina.
Down 4.
Missed it.
No long rally. In the first 11 points. 3-point lead stands here for Mika de Guzman.
Well, Fuentespina has to review her judgment of the parameters of the floor. She's missed on several occasions in terms of whether it's in or out. And now it's an 8-4 opening game. Oh. Magaling na, swerte pa.
Mahirap kalaban yan.
And that really just climbed over the net, and that'll make it 9-4.
Establishing her largest lead, which stood at 4 earlier. More winners than Fuentespina. Fuentespina, at least 4 errors here after the first 13 points of game 1.
De Guzman missing on her serve.
Better offense for Fuentespina. A must happen here in game 1.
And it's inside.
Misread on the part of De Guzman.
You know, Fuentespina's weak hand is her backhand.
Right.
And that's what De Guzman has been attacking here.
At least 3 points for De Guzman on that side, on the backhand side of Fuentespina.
She's swinging her to the left. And then when she has enough space, he drops it over to the backhand side. And there's where Fuentespina's having some problems. And on the forehand side, De Guzman bounces in it.
5-point lead reestablished. We reached the interval. So far, so good for Mika de Guzman.
And as Ronnie Magsanok mentioned earlier, Mika de Guzman gunning for her third straight title. But the question you ask is, will the upstart, the very young Fuentespina, prove that maybe has her time already arrived? Of course, Fuentespina, the product of recent Palarong Pambansa held in Ilocos, a very festive celebration of the Palarong Pambansa games. In the meantime, players have asked for a change of shuttlecock.
Won the girls singles, also prevailed in the mixed doubles competition. Talking about Fuentespina, who's won 6 games heading to the finals. Meanwhile, Mika de Guzman winning 5 straight games, so 5 straight matches heading into this finals date.
And also a SEA Games bronze medalist, as you mentioned. And missed by de Guzman. That'll bring it now to 7 against 11.
But then again, Fuentespina has to go for more winners.
Yeah, I think she should attack a little more. She has to take the fight to de Guzman. Well done. It's outside, however. She just missed it. Of course, the double scored is different from the single scored. That'll make it 12-7.
But again, the importance of being able to attack and at least try to score against de Guzman.
Too many mistakes.
On the backhand side especially.
Yeah.
At least minimum of 6 errors so far of the 13 points scored here by Mika de Guzman, coming from Fuentespina.
Some housekeeping being done on our floor here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. The iconic, would have been sad if they tore this place down and the entire complex. There was a plan to do that a couple
Before,
of years
yeah.
ago, but I'm glad they didn't pursue it. The National Heritage Group decided, let's fight for this place. So much history here. Fuentespina, her return of service has been spotty here.
Major problems for Fuentespina against the former or 2023 Kazakhstan International Series champion, season 82 Rookie of the Year, 4-time UAP champion, 3-time UAP MVP, Mika de Guzman.
And Mika gets a break. What an impressive list of credentials by de Guzman, of course. And
Taking over the reins from Bianca Carlos Dalisay.
yeah, and one of the prize finds of and pupils of Coach Kenny. Yes, well done. A bit of a down the line salvo that de Guzman found hard to return.
Let's see if this will get Fuentespina going. Point number 8 delivered. Still behind by 7.
Again, the backhand side.
Right. De Guzman exposing this weakness of Fuentespina, who has to respond if she's to stay in the game.
And she has to adjust her grip. Fuentespina has to adjust her grip on the backhand side.
Tremendous shot making coming from Mika de Guzman, moving Fuentespina from side to side.
And the master sending the pupil into a test here.
Fuentespina is now trying to protect that backhand side of hers, leaving that forehand side wide open.
Yeah, agree. So, substantial lead by the defending champion, Mika de Guzman, a 9-pointer here in the first. Boy, problems continue for Fuentespina.
Mental challenge as well here for the
I
youngster.
agree. Got to play older than your young years in some encounters, and this is one of them. Outside.
Still ahead by a huge advantage. 9-point lead still stays here for Mika de Guzman.
Just missed. De Guzman just missed.
And let's see if that will be an opening for Fuentespina, luring de Guzman earlier to the net and then pushing her to the rear court, forcing de Guzman to miss.
Christel down currently by 8.
2-point run here for Fuentespina.
New shuttlecock is in play here. In.
Velvet touch from Mika de Guzman.
Yes, exactly.
And this is where experience comes in. How many times has she played in the finals? Tested as well in the Southeast Asian Games level.
That's out. That's out.
Still behind by 8.
19-11 is the leading score of de Guzman here. Missed it. She was trying to go to the other side of the backhand to get the point, but she missed, and it's now 12-19.
Up 10 earlier, still ahead by 7.
Both players agreeing to change the shuttlecock now.
From a 17-8 scoreline, 4 points in the last 6 coming from Fuentespina.
Just too much heat. Just too much heat.
Trying to defend as well as she could.
But the last shot had a lot of load on it. And we are at game point. Uphill climb for Fuentespina. If you're de Guzman, end it now. Take the fight out of the young one. Oh, there's a miss.
Saves 1 of 8 game points here held by de Guzman.
Again, that side of the floor has been pounced upon again by Micaela de Guzman.
It was close in the early goings. But a big scoring run here by Mika de Guzman, punctuated by multiple errors at the backhand side of Fuentespina, push her to a comfortable cushion and she will not look back, winning the first set handily and putting Fuentespina on her heels in this championship match.
The Philippine National Badminton Open 2025 is brought to you by the Philippine Badminton Association, the Philippine Sports Station,
Signal TV, Emerald by Metro Pacific Health Tech, Playtime Cares, MVP Sports Foundation, Smart, and Yonex Sunrise. This event is also brought to you by My Milan, Endex, Jollibee, and Chowking.
Good-sized crowd here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum. 21-13 was the winning score of the Guzman in the first set. Just very quickly, we would like to thank the major sponsors for this event. Smart, of course, Yonex Sunrise, Playtime Cares, Signal TV, Philippine Sports Commission, MWell, the MVP Sports Foundation, and special thanks to Chairman MVP Manuel V. Pangilinan for his support of badminton, and an advanced happy birthday as well, sir.
The sterling run for Mika de Guzman continues undefeated in 2023. First title here in this Open. Likewise, undefeated run last year, winning the final match against Isabel Amora of National University. 21-11, 14-21, 21-8, and that streak has gone on to the 2025 edition of the Philippine National Badminton Open.
You know, both players have lost at least one set in this route to the finale. But here we are, second game underway. You know, that yell of Mika de Guzman can be intimidating.
Right.
Can be provoking you psychologically, because every time she scores, she has that yell, a very loud yell. Ah, well done.
Well
Such
placed.
a wicked shot.
Yes. That lift was already way to the rear court, but somehow de Guzman finds a way to score in that smash for a 2-point lead. Another strong start for the two-time defending champion.
Hoping to make it third, and a charm, of course. Yep. That's a service fault.
Call made by the service judge. 3-point given up.
And we are tied because of that call on the service mistake earlier by de Guzman.
Two straight points. Good push coming from Fuentespina, forcing that error on Mika de Guzman.
We would like to request the runners-up, the second runners-up.
In the
of
meantime,
singles, kindly please seat your player assembly area, please.
Fuentespina
Runners,
enjoys a brief fling now with the lead, 3-2.
First point on her backhand side in this match, generating 3 straight points after being behind 2-love to open up game 2.
And she's really trying to serve high here, so that de Guzman does not play short. In the meantime, 2-point lead by Fuentespina.
Somehow after the break in between games, Fuentespina has found a way to steady her nerves and play triply better.
It's declared out, and Fuentespina has gotten a 3-point lead. A timeout requested by de Guzman.
2-0 earlier to open up game 2. 5 straight points coming from Fuentespina. And again, pushing Mika de Guzman to the rear court. Errors hounding Mika de Guzman. Down 3 at this stage.
Playing it very deep there. Forcing Fuentespina to stretch herself.
Excellent slice coming from De Guzman, cross court. Stops a 5-point run, by the way, coming from Fuentespina.
So deceptive.
And again, the soft touch, the velvet touch coming from De Guzman.
She looked left, but actually went right there.
This is something that we did not see in that first game win coming from De Guzman. But now the rallies are coming in, forcing De Guzman to work even harder. 2-point run after being behind. Talking about De Guzman earlier at 5-2.
So far here in the second, it's been a 1-point lead, although Fuentespina has dictated the early momentum here.
Again, 6 straight wins for Fuentespina heading into the finals. Mika De Guzman with 5 straight matches
And
pocketed.
both of them just losing a set, 1 game each. Oh, the excellent climb over. That's the second time De Guzman has scored in that. Or does Fuentespina get it?
Fuentespina.
Yeah. That did not climb, though. Just to correct that. So it's a 6-4 lead by Fuentespina.
This allows De Guzman from tying the scoreline at 5 apiece.
That's outside.
The block was good,
Yeah.
but the drop shot was not.
Christel had the right idea, actually.
They're forcing De Guzman to work doubly hard in this game after a seemingly easy win in the previous game.
Miss again by De Guzman.
Error count increasing for the 2-time champion. Something that we hardly saw in that decisive win in Game 1. Down 2 at 7-5.
Big miss. Butterfly. De Guzman asking the mop man to clean up a portion of her side of the floor. And we're all set to resume action. Count is 7-6 for Fuentespina, who has had a good run here in the second with a slight and smaller lead.
Day number 6, the 6th and final day of the Philippine National Badminton Open for 2025.
That is outside. That is outside.
De Guzman dodging a bullet. She was out of
Yeah.
position in that
And-
last rally.
By the smallest of fractions there, of space sizes. We're tied at 7 here in the second.
Back-to-back errors for Fuentespina.
And she's lost her lead. It's a badminton player constantly blowing into your grip. So the sweat that tends to drip down. Good pass. Oh,
The amount of space that you have to cover in the singles competition
yeah, I agree.
is really tough.
And we're not at 8. Declared out, and it's a 1-point lead by Fuentespina.
Battle of 2-point runs. Fuentespina showing signs of life once again. Able to recover after losing traction of an earlier 2-point cushion.
That is out, and Fuentespina regains a 2-point lead.
A miss on that slice coming from the Guzman. Definitely with more errors here in game 2.
But she recovers with an excellent attack.
She had multiple consecutive points at the backhand against the backhand side of Fuentespina
In the first
in the first game. Let's see if she'll be able to rediscover that weakness of Fuentespina.
Here's that last slice of action. Score stands at 9-10 as the Guzman will be serving. Up, got it.
The return was short. Enough for the Guzman to go for that kill.
You know, Mika is also smart. Huh? She's buying a little time, trying to catch her breath,
Yes.
asking the mop man to clean up a portion of the floor. That's also strategic. Not that she's out of shape. She's just trying to catch her breath here. And try to be safe as well. Wanna ram into a slip. How close is close? We're close at 10. Miss hit. Fuentespina is back in front by 1.
Stops a 2-point run coming from Mika de Guzman.
Again, you're watching the Philippine National Badminton Open. Glad you could join us together with Coach Ronnie Magsanok, Sef Sarmenta here at the Rizal Memorial venue. And the 2024 winners being flashed again on your screens. You know, of course, that Micaela is going for her 3rd straight. And in the doubles, those are the dramatis personae. Earlier in today, we had one of the players mentioned there emerging as winners in the doubles, mixed doubles.
That will be Ira Albo and Julius Villabrile winning over Solomon Padis and Destiny Untal.
Yeah, 21-17, 21-18, 21-14. That's inside. And we are going to be tied at 11.
Good push coming from de Guzman. Fuentespina nodding her head, acknowledging that last miscue or misread.
Inside.
Wow. No more jitters for
Yeah,
Fuentespina.
she's settled down.
Playing
clearly so.
loosely. Now able to spot some weakness, if you can call it as such, in Mika de Guzman here in game 2.
Smart move. Smart play.
And again, the poise of the two-time defending champion. Calm amidst the siege by the double gold medalist in the last Palarong Pambansa.
We're tied at 12.
Short.
I just have to do this, Mika seemed to be saying. Just such a beautiful regalo, actually. Perfectly ripe for the taking.
Well set up by de Guzman. And that last point was dictated by de Guzman all the way.
Yeah, correct. And she has a 1-point lead. Middle portion of game 2.
Oh, nice.
Excellent return.
That side was wide open
Yeah,
for Fuentespina.
who has now knotted it at 13.
Not blinking at all here in
Not
game 2.
at all. Not fearful of the reputation of the two-time champion.
Oh,
Mishit. She took her eye off the shuttlecock, was looking for the open space on the left side, and ended up missing it.
down 1. Missed.
Now missed. That's a 2-point lead now by Fuentespina.
Looking for a slice. Will go wide. 3-point run right now for Fuentespina. Last year, the Guzman won in 3 sets or 3 games over Isabel Amora. 21-11, 14-21, 21-8. Four-point run.
This has not been a kind second game to Micaela de Guzman. She's been trying to play short, but she's missed on several occasions here, and now has fallen behind by 3.
The defending champion is under duress. Fuentespina taking it strongly to the two-time defending champion.
Champion is under duress right now. But if you're the champion, you know what to do.
Finding ways to fight back.
You know that high serve of Fuentespina is giving
Very effective. Yes.
De Guzman, she's forced to expend more energy and forced to play longer in the back row instead of receiving it up front. Out. Good read. Two straight. It's two straight now by the Guzman.
Down earlier at 16-13. Showing composure.
And smarts. It's as if she's telling Fuentespina, wait, wait, you wait. Hirap si hirap si Christel pag malayo.
Yes.
Hirap si Christel si Mika
Si
rather.
Mika.
Oh, hirap pag malayo. Ang tamang ginagawa ni Christel, she's sending it very long.
Pushing the Guzman to the rear court
Yeah.
as far as she can.
See? Off the serve. She got that. Good touch. So feathery like.
Down 3 again on a 2-point run by Fuentespina.
Would like to acknowledge the presence of the head of the sports content of Signal, Mr. Nico Halili. Welcome to the game, sir.
She ended up sprawled on the floor. What an effort, though. She was thrown off and lost her. Center.
She tried to go back to her base position
Hindi abot.
as the Guzman moved Fuentespina from side to side, imposing that last point.
You know, in the mind of Christel Fuentespina, if I can just hold on here, I might have a chance in the third. If I can just close this out.
In that Game 1 win, Mika de Guzman hardly broke a sweat.
But now she's sweating.
Had to change shirts.
Yeah, now she's sweating. This crowd, interestingly, watching her. It's hushed. Marunong manood ang audience natin. Chance. And the champion just doing what champions do.
And that's the kind of double work that Mika de Guzman has to exert to extract that last point.
Now she's applying the pressure on Fuentespina. I dare you to close me out now. Sometimes the challenge is not really how well you play coming from behind, but when you're in front, and you're trying to seal the deal
Which is always hard,
in any sport.
especially against someone who has that killer instinct.
Boy, the Guzman, when she's on, she knows how to dance with you, send with you left to right, swing you around, spin you around. When she's in command, she's in command. 1 point lead by the young Palaro champion. Got it! We're tied.
That's a big one. Down 3, under duress. Responds with audacity. Tied at 18. The onus is on Fuentespina at present to
Yeah.
also be able to respond
Yeah.
the right way.
Yeah. Inside,
wow.
inside.
Big break. Nicely done by Mika de Guzman. 4 straight points. since being behind at 18-15. What a way
You know,
to fight back.
you know the problem with Fuentespina, she started getting sucked into that short game in front. She's got to swing. She's got to swing it back to the far end of the court, really.
Where she was so successful.
Yes. Now, when she's playing short, she's falling into the trap, the web of the Guzman, actually. Boy, you got to play sometimes older than who you are.
Especially against someone who was not lost since the start or restart of the Philippine National Badminton Open in 2023.
Crunch time for both. Inside,
break.
another break. Playing it long.
Down 15-13. Up at 19-18. 6-point run.
And she's at match point.
7-point run. Wow. Too much points for the two-time Philippine National Open champion.
She just pinned Fuentespina on the wall there. And she's serving for the title here. Championship point. Let's finish this. Let's finish this. And the champion, the crown rests comfortably on her head. What a comeback, Ronnie.
Yes, Fuentespina gave her best. 18-15 up. But the two-time champion ran away with 6 consecutive points to seal the deal and win in 2 straight games, 21-7 or 21-14, 21-18 to annex her 3rd straight Philippine National Open Championship.
Looked like Fuentespina actually had command of that second game, but the DNA of the champion just emerging.
And Mika de Guzman was at her best in the last 6 points of game number 2.
Strategically, physically, and mentally.
Yes. Experience and composure getting the job done here for Mika de Guzman.
Okay, we will have the awarding ceremony for this particular event coming up shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the prize presentation ceremony of Open Women's Singles.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the prize presentation ceremony of Open Women's Singles. Presenting our second runner-up. Representing the National University, we have Isabel Aurora Amora. Awarding the second runner-up will be Ms. Carla Lizardo, PBUD Secretary General. Our second runners-up will be receiving the cash prize of 15,000 pesos. She will also receive a bronze medal. Congratulations to our second runner-up. And we now call on our first runner-up. Representing PBUD Smash Filipinas, we have Christel Fuentespina. Awarding our second runner-up is Mr. Miko Halili. Mr. Halili is the head of sports content of Signal TV. Christel will be receiving 50,000 pesos cash and a silver medal. And now, our champion. We have Micaela Guzman of PBUD Smash Pilipinas. Awarding our champion is the PSC Chairman Patrick Gregorio. Mika will be receiving 100,000 peso cash, champion trophy, and a gold medal. Of course, she will also be receiving a bouquet of flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting our awardees for Open Women's Singles. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
And there you have it, our top three finishers in the women's singles. And of course, the second runner-up is Isabel Aurora Amora. First runner-up is Christel Fuentespina. And our champion for the third straight time, Micaela Guzman. And receiving their cash prizes, medals, and trophies from PSC Chair Pato Gregorio, our friend Miko Halili, and of course Carla Lizardo are all there. And the champion on her throne.
Third straight Philippine National Badminton Open title for the former Rookie of the Year, the former UAAP MVP, the multiple UAAP champion, and international champion, unscathed en route to another title run.
Had a good scare in the second game, but she held on, and the championship pedigree just flushed forward. And we will have more badminton from the Philippine National Badminton Open in just a short while.